Hey guys, it's your boy UAG back in the building with another video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Arcade1up's latest and greatest pre-order that's up today of the Simpsons Arcade1up. And is that going to excite you? We have some details and some Easter eggs to the video. So with that being said, let's get into the video right after this. So like I said, we have some details and Easter eggs that some of the big boys missed, but that's why you get videos and opinions from other people, because you might get some different insight. So with that being said, let's get into video. So here we go with the video from CNET, and I'll post that in the section down below. You can get some insight on this if you want to watch the full video here, but let's go ahead. So the first thing we want to look at is the control deck. We have the bigger white trackball, where when we saw this on the GameStop's article, it looks a little smaller. It was the yellowish one on the Tempest cabinet, not one of the most appealing looking ones. So we have that. In addition to that, we also have that the Simpsons logo is on the front of the kick plate, not the actual molded coin doors. I think that this is more appealing. I wonder if they're going away from the coin doors, because you're going to see later on in the video that all the cabinets that had the coin doors do not have that, and I wonder what's going on there. Look at what we also have here that I think this wasn't noticed by anyone else. We have the PacMan 40th anniversary cabinet here. We saw this in the leaks that was sent to all the YouTubers there that had the Trons and things like that. That's what's on here. This is the wood grain 40th anniversary cabaret style Miss Pac-Man. It looks exquisite, very nice. We haven't seen this anywhere, so hopefully this is coming out. But it looks gorgeous. We also see that you could see the marquee is way pushed back there. So I wonder if that was to prevent any kind of line of sight issue with the monitor, but it looks gorgeous. We see a dragon's lair. They do exist. We see the cabinet here. One thing about the cabinet, it doesn't look like the shape that they told us about. We have a straight panel in the front, not a lip for the control panel. That's odd. One strip there, and then here we have showing 3 games. Originally, I believe we were only getting Dragon's Lair 1 and 2. We have Space Ace in there as well. The control deck looks nice, but again, it looks like a reskinned Tempest cabinet. So I wonder if this is just a prototype, just a proof of concept, or we could test games or whatnot, and maybe that we'll get a different marquee that's more to the true shape of the arcade when we get this unit in our homes. Only time will tell. We have a different riser here with the donuts. So I like this one better. It flows throughout the side panel. It's not a black like it was in the renders and the website and things like that. So hopefully this is what we will get when we get this unit. And oddly, one of the most hottest commodities that we could wasn't able to get, we have the Supreme cabinets back here. So many of them, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully this means that these are going to go on clearance. And they cost, and they will come down to the price that they should be, $200. Maybe Who knows? This is what we see here. This shows a black. This shows just the color without the donuts. Shows the coin door. So hopefully this is something that's going to be changed. We just don't know as of yet if this is just a prototype that's there or if we're going to get that Simpsons logo. I definitely hope so. I think that they would want to show off what's going to be coming to the people's homes rather than prototypes. But again, look at the one that they sent GameSpot. That thing looked horrendous. So I'm hoping it's more of this than anything else. Also, one thing to note is look at this stool. The stool that they provided us images on their Twitter page had a donut on top, the Simpsons pink donut, where we have this image of the side panel. So I wonder if this is going to be different additions for this, or that they change the scheme. That's one of the things that we just never get with Arcade1up, any kind of consistency. Whether we get something different from their website, their Twitter, from other retailers, it just no kind of consistency. One of my biggest gripes with Arcade1up. And we did get confirmation that the Wi-Fi is for actual gameplay and not just for leaderboards. It's for actual gameplay. You'll get to be able to play with other individuals, so that's a plus. Sometimes we don't get all the information till it's too late, but right now we are aware that this is to play with one another. So it's going to definitely bring up the replay value on this particular unit. So we see here again, this shows coin doors on all the renderings and the retailers, where here we have the names of the games. So again, I'm hoping that this is not the case, that they will be in some cases I prefer the coin doors like this one. I prefer the coin doors. When in the Simpsons, I prefer the artwork that they had there on the Simpsons. So let's see what the case is. Is this a cost-cutting measure? Are we reverting back to the original layouts that we had before? What's going on? And we have another sighting. Killer Instinct does exist. We see it here. It has the Rare logo. Doesn't have any Nintendo logo. We figured that would be the case. But it looks like they haven't corrected any of the issues that they had with the Legacy cabinet. So we still have no kind of tilt on this screen. It's almost 90 degrees. We have the control panel that's wedged in between the two side panels. So we're going to have ledge gate once again. These color schemes is off. This blue is totally off. We do have, you can see the headphone jack, I believe, and the live button right here. And also, again, the game list on top of the front kick plate, which only shows 3 games and not 4 games, but it's a big space there, so there's probably going to be another game added later down the line. But I'm kind of disappointed that we're going to have that line of sight issue still. We're going to still have the control panel issue. There's no coin door here when they said there would be a coin door. There's the 4th game probably is going to go here. That's probably still up in question. But if you see the risers do have artwork now. There's artwork. There's spinal right there. And you have dirt over there on the Dragon's Lair. So those are good additions. But also step backs in terms of this kick plate. But to each their own. We see that slant on here. It's a good slant. It looks relatively small though, this control panel. I'll be honest. She looks like she's taking up both spots. So I don't know if she's small woman. She looks like she's taking up the whole thing. And if you see how this machine shakes when she's doing moves, imagine 2 grown men shaking the crap out of this unit. It's going to be different. I do like the way it looks. I like that you don't have any sight issue. Like how tall it is. It's just a little too slender for me, but it still is an exciting thing here. So let's go back here and see if we see what I see here. And not people, nobody mentioned this in their image videos, but we see Def Jam 35 back here, and we see the championship Pac-Man. So I'm assuming that this is the collabo wall here because we have the Supremes as well. Now with the DJ, it says DJ Fight. So that's the Def Jam Fight Vendetta series that came out in the early 2000s. These were not arcade releases, so I don't know who this is really for. Is this just a collabo to do something with Def Jam? I don't see the appeal for people, I guess, in our community that really want arcade titles. These are console titles. We have ways to play these still. So I don't know who this is exactly for. But then again, China market and the Supreme, they released it, and now we got this championship edition. So, it really probably just for brand recognition, more so than anything. And here we have it, confirmation of Simpsons bowling. One of the things that you've noticed, they did not play this here at the location. This is just some gameplay, whether it's from their unit or probably from Maine. But we have a confirmation that will be the second game. We all knew that. It was just a question of whether it was a licensing issue or probably an emulation issue, why they haven't come out and say it. But they said it today. So this is official from CNET that they said that this is going to be the case. We also got the price of $700 in the U.S. So there you have it. I wonder if the reason like this, emulation issues, why we haven't heard so much of Killer Instinct. That was a title that should have been we should see pictures of and stuff like that, but we just, the first time we've seen images of it really today. Was it because of emulation issues or lag during the online play? I wonder if we'll get it relatively soon. Let's go ahead and get a better look at Def Jam Vendetta, Def Jam Fight right there. You can see it right there on the bezel. So interesting. And that's it. We have it here. It's finally Simpsons Day. Seeing this, are you more excited about the cabinet coming out? Are you going to make the purchase? Are you going to say, you know what, I'm good? You okay with just getting 2 games, knowing that now that one of them is bowling? Do you need to see more games? Are you okay with that $700? Please let me know in the comment section down below what's your take on it. I'd love to hear what you guys have to think. Were you excited about all the Easter eggs we found? And now seeing, the tangibleness of the games that we've been talking about, and we haven't seen anything of it, like the Killer Instinct or the Dragon Slayer. And I know they made sure that those were in the video so we can get that hype train going. So that's cool to see, like, hey, they're real. They're here. They're around the corner. Notice that you did not see a Tron. Interesting. Is that put on the back burner? One may never know. With that being said, guys, if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that bell notification so you'll be the first one to know when these videos drop. And if you think we did a good job on the way out, why don't you hit that thumbs up? It really does a lot for the channel. With that being said, guys, as always, thank you for stopping by and keep gaming. And I'll see you on the next one. See you guys.